to you, and thank you for joining us wherever you may be. And a happy homecoming Eagles fans as we welcome you to the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel and the KRLS 2 stream. This is our Knoxville Hospital and Clinic's Red Rock Clinic Pella Radio pregame show. The Knoxville Hospital and Clinic's Red Rock Clinic at Pella is your cornerstone to health. Andrew Schneider and Wynn Veenstra joining you for our homecoming celebration and festivities tonight as the Newton Cardinals are in town to take on Pella Christian JV, currently in a 2-minute overtime period. See if that's enough to settle things here as they continue up with just a minute left. Eagles for the lead, no. And then contact and a foul. And Win, as we enter our pregame, a couple of competitive games we're expecting here tonight, two very different games. We'll start with the girls, the two bottom teams in the conference standings. In my mind, it's really the Eagles' last chance at a really strong chance for victory between now and the postseason.
Well, they, as night in and night out of the Little Hawkeye Conference for Pella Christian, most of the games are games that they really don't have a very good chance of winning. But this is a game that they do have an opportunity to win. They had them down at their place and just couldn't hang on to win it at the end. And now they get to play at home, and hopefully they can pull out a victory here and come away with their first conference win of the season. Oskaloosa game on Tuesday night is also possibly winnable, but a little tougher challenge than Newton's going to be. So they've got to work out some things and play a little better basketball.
Well, the boys are going to want to have the same thing win with the Newton Cardinals in. DCG really took the air out of the ball in the second half. That's what Newton wants to do all game long, and that's going to be a challenge for those Eagles boys coming up later tonight.
Well, you would have thought, at the beginning of the year that you could kind of look past Newton again tonight as well, but after Newton was able to knock off Pella earlier a week or so ago, that anything is possible. Newton's improved and is able to play, and so Pella Christian has to be ready to play in that game as well.
So we will keep it right here on Pella Christian's High School YouTube channel and the KRLS 2 stream. And Wynn, let's go ahead and take a look at our game time temperature presented by Van Haften Plumbing and Heating. It feels like it's still very, very cold, but it's going to warm up here soon. That's the good news, right?
Yeah.
14 degrees.
Actually, it didn't feel bad today for the most part. You just had to stay out of the wind.
Yeah, that's typical Iowa weather for you, and we'll warm up a little bit, but we know there's still cold nights yet. So make sure you trust the heating and cooling experts at Van Haften Plumbing and Heating in Pella. You'll rest easy when you pick up the phone in here.
Van Haften.
We've got a full conference slate of basketball action. All four of our Little Hawkeye Conference teams on KNIA KRLS are at home tonight. Let's run that down for you here in our Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard. Across town, we got a couple of big ones, especially in the boys matchup. I think everybody else in the conference rooting for Pella. That's really the only track that the Eagles or Indians or Dutch would have at any share of the conference title. It's Pella versus DCG, girls and boys action live on 92.1 KRLS with Trevor Castle and Phil Hemming for both games tonight. Over at Indianola High School, it's the Indians. Not quite the Warren County matchup just yet. They've got Oskaloosa in town, the Battle of the Indians instead. It's Oskaloosa for a pair of games against a pair of ranked Indianola teams, at least on the girls' union side in BC Moore. That coverage is live on 94.3 KNIA. And then our Norwalk coverage will continue with Grinnell in town. That should be a doozy of a girls' game, I think. And obviously the boys' game should be very intriguing as well. Our coverage there on KNIA 3 at KNIAKRLS.com. That's your Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard, where they're serving you and building community across the Red Rock area. It is 40-37 here in the JV contest in favor of the road team Cardinals. They've got a foul shot coming that would likely end it if one of two go in here on the 1-and-1. It doesn't go, and the Eagles have an opportunity, and collisions and all sorts of other things going on here. When hope those girls are okay. And before we take our first commercial timeout, Win, obviously a big opportunity for both Eagles teams to get right as the regular season is going to be done less week. This is our final Friday of basketball of the winter season, regardless, because PC would not play on a Friday unless they got pretty far in the girls' tournament, and don't want to doubt them too much just yet, but obviously that's going to be a tough mountain to climb.
Yeah, they got a winnable game to start with the tournament trail, but after that it's going to get very difficult. But you just
long
never
road trip.
Yeah, long. You just never know, though. I mean, we had that a few years ago too, when we were kind of the underdogs, as it were, when we went east, and yet we kind of blew all those teams out because we found out they didn't really know how to play basketball.
Well, and let's put it this way: it's for sure the last Friday doubleheader of the year.
There you go.
And because Pella PC night next week would be on Thursday. So I'll be with the Eagles fans all the way between now and the postseason, and we'll have that schedule come out early next week at KNIA KRLS and KNIAKRLS.com. We're going to step aside inside of our Knoxville Hospital and Clinic's Red Rock Clinic Pella Radio pregame show and have more after this. Newton versus Pella Christian basketball on KNIAKRLS.com and the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel. YouTube channel.
At Vision for Less, it's just the right price. 2 pairs of glasses start under $40 and 2 pairs of progressives start under $80. Using insurance? We accept over 1,000 plans, and using your benefits is as easy as 1, 2, 3. No insurance? No problem. We've got glasses to fit your budget. It's just the right price. Only at Vision for Less. Right glasses, right price, right now.
As a business owner, you're always looking for ways to stretch time and resources. Light and State Bank provides efficient banking solutions so you can spend time on what matters most, improving your bottom line. Whether it's saving a trip to the bank with remote check deposits or simplifying payroll with ACH processing, Light and State Bank is here to help. Give us a call today. Light and State Bank, member FDIC.
Norm Rosendahl Tiling in Monroe has been a trusted expert in the Marion and Jasper County areas for more than 40 years. They're experienced in understanding the contour of the land to identify how water management can help your farm or business, and they work with you to develop a draining solution that's right for your project using precision intake products. In addition to tiling, they install septic systems and water lines, as well as site preparation for new construction with their backhoe, excavator, and bulldozer services. Call Caritha at 259-2651 for a free estimate on your next project, or visit rosendahltiling.com.
Did you know that when you use your Marion County Bank debit card, your purchases can benefit local schools? That's right, you can help the bank make a financial contribution to the local school of your choice. With your checking account and debit card from Marion County Bank, each time you use your card, those transactions add up during the year and we make donations to area schools. It's easy to enroll online, select your school, and there's no cost to you. Marion County Bank's Report Card Program, a great way to make a difference in our schools together. Marion County Bank, serving you, building community. Member FDIC.
February is American Heart Month, and the perfect time to think about loving your heart. Hi, I'm Julie Waltenberger, Cardiac Rehab Coordinator at Knoxville Hospital and Clinics. If you've had a heart attack or other heart problem, our personalized cardiac rehab program can help you recover, prevent future heart problems, and educate you on heart-healthy habits. For more information on the cardiac rehab program at Knoxville Hospital and Clinics, call me at 641-842-1558.
Pella Engraving and Sign Company has a reputation of quality and excellence for providing indoor and outdoor signs in a variety of materials, including metal, plastic, and acrylic. We also produce banners for businesses and events, as well as car wraps to stand out and bring your promotional needs to life. We will work with any budget by offering a variety of price points and material options to bring you the best value. And Pella Engraving and Sign prides ourselves on meeting exacting standards and quick turnaround times. Learn more at PellaEngraving.com.
Back inside our Red Rock Clinic Pella Radio pregame show from the Knoxville Hospital and Clinics. Andrew Schneider, Wynn Veenstra coming to you from Eagle Lane. Happy homecoming, Eagles fans, as we now get you set for our varsity action. It was a 1-point Newton win. Pella Christian had 3 foul shots to tie the game and only made 2. And thus it is the Newton Cardinals who come away from JV victorious. So now we head into our varsity action. Let's go ahead and take a look at our keys to the game presented by Hormel Foods. And for this girls team win, they're injured. They're not at the 100% that they hope to be at this season. Obviously, things start with Jocelyn Terpstra, but I think the key for them to win any game moving forward has to be who else is going to step up. Because I think from Jocelyn, you have an expectation she's going to be at the foul line a lot. She's going to get 3 or 4 steals a game. She has been remarkably consistent considering she's the only consistent threat, and you know teams are trying to take her away. I think if the Eagles are going to win here tonight and win in the postseason and all the above, they need somebody else to step up and have a big night.
Yeah, and to go along with that, what I've really seen the last probably 4 games is there's been several minutes of actually pretty good ball movement and play execution. The problem is we don't hang on to the ball strongly enough and can't finish it up. If they just hold on to the ball and execute the play, they're getting some good shots and they're making some shots. It isn't that these girls can't shoot the ball as a whole. They just don't hang on to the ball well enough to get those shots off. And then once a team figures that out, it's kind of over for them. And turnovers has got to be a huge thing that Pella Christian's got to work on. They've just got to get that number. You got to keep that number 10, 11, 12 at the most if you want to have any chance to win a basketball game. And so hopefully they can take care of the basketball and, like I say, run their plays and get some other people ready to catch and shoot and be ready to put the ball out in that hole. And because defensively, even against DCG the other night, they did a great job with their zone. Really made DCG work the ball around, but they just can't seem to score.
And that's going to be the other big key, right? Newton comes in. They're actually the worst shooting team in the conference, both in field goal percentage at 26% from the floor and 18% from three, and free throw percentage, I believe. So all three major categories when they're at the bottom. So Pella Christian's defense has to suffocate them, but to your point, has to create offense off of those turnovers if they want to have a chance.
And that's what they're good at. I mean, we saw that even against DCG. There was a couple times when Jocelyn was able to tip the ball away and run down the floor. A couple of times she got layups out of it. A couple times she got fouled in the play or missed the shot. But that they need her to do that, but they also need some other people to do that with her, because she can't be the only one running down that floor at that point. They got to create 2 and 3-on-1s and get, like you say, some easy layups.
Those are our Hormel Foods radio keys to the game. Looking for a key to your new career? Visit HormelJob.com. We're live inside our Knoxville Hospital and Clinic's Red Rock Clinic Pella Radio pregame show. All of our broadcasts now started on our series of networks on KNIA, KRLS, and KNIA-KRLS.com. In what is now the final Friday of Little Hawkeye Conference basketball. The teams will all split up next week, of course, with Thursday and Friday. Tuesday will be our last mega night on broadcast here on KNIA KLS. We've got Newton versus Pella Christian here for you on KRLS 2. Of course, our Pella Christian High School YouTube channel audience will know all about that, because, of course, they can see they're on the right channel, right place. And if you're enjoying this broadcast of Pella Christian basketball on YouTube, please consider a donation to help keep it free. Go to pceagles.org and click the donate button, or just find the Eagles head logo in the bottom right-hand corner of this video and hit donate to PC in the header. I made my donation this season. It's been great to have this video enhancement win to what our coverage has been for many, many years. And thanks again to Kenyon and Frank for all the support they do to make this possible. It's been a huge addition between Pella and PC. We've got 2 of the best video streams in the entire state right now.
And I the 2 or 3 games that I did not do and was fortunate to be able to stay home and watch from my living room easy chair. It was kind of nice to sit back and watch and enjoy the game that way.
Yeah, and these donations support a variety of things. This helps keep the video stream free, but do know that this can impact admission, and we love to see you here at the games. That's number one. We, especially post-COVID era, we love to see the crowds now that we're mostly past, it seems, the worst of the pandemic. So we love to see you here, but again, consider that donation, pceagles.org. For the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel and support of these video streams in partnership with KNIA KRLS Radio. We're going to step aside and have more of your Knoxville Hospital and Clinic's Red Rock Clinic Pella Radio pregame show, Eagles versus Cardinals. Happy homecoming, PC. We'll have more after this on KNIA KRLS.com.
Over the past few months, Pella Real Estate Services has been sharing real stories of real people saving real money by selling their home using the Prez Listing Advantage.
They saved $6,570.
These sellers saved $900.
They saved $2,550.
Why pay a 6% commission when you can save thousands of dollars, just like many others have, using the Prez Listing Advantage? Call 628-1BUY to list your home with Pella Real Estate Services.
Dedication. To consistently provide quality products and customer service, the employees at Precision Pulley and Idler must be dedicated to their jobs so they can meet or exceed the customer's needs. This is why Precision Pulley and Idler stands behind and supports our local student athletes for the effort and dedication they show on the hardwood, wrestling mats, alleys, and throughout their school's hallways. Precision Pulley and Idler encourages our area students to combine a strong work ethic and attitude to achieve their goals this season. Precision Pulley and Idler, we keep it moving.
If the bed bugs are biting, don't be frightened. Call Maniga Pest Control.
You have lingering, unwanted guests from the holidays? Not your family, bed bugs. Bed bugs are hitchhikers, and if your holiday company unknowingly brought them into your house, they'd just now be starting to grow a colony. So if you've noticed these pests, call me. I'm Sean with Meninga Pest Control, and I want to kill your bugs.
Call 628-3198. Meninga Pest Control.
The Hy-Vee branded QR code using the Hy-Vee H logo is a great place to go to find all the deals at your local Hy-Vee store. If you're not using it, you're missing out. And nowadays, QR codes are really easy to use. You don't need a special app, just follow these easy instructions. Open the camera on your smartphone, aim it at the H QR code, tap the link that pops up, and get all the great Hy-Vee deals. You can do it when the H pops up on your TV, or when you see it in the paper, or when you're shopping in the store. Use the HQR code for great deals at your local Hy-Vee.
Remodeling can be a headache, especially when you're trying to work around your contractor's schedule. You don't have to worry about that with Mike Blom with Cabinet Design of Pella and Wood Harbor Cabinetry. Just ask Deb Shaw of Pella.
Mike was always very accommodating to our schedule. Anytime that we set up a time to meet, he always wanted to make sure it worked for us. Most of our meetings were in the evening, and it never bothered him to come out and be out here.
Hi, I'm Mike Blom, the cabinet guy. Cabinet Design of Pella, where we expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations.
Hi, this is Mike at Langstrad Auto Body. It's deer season again, and I know from experience that whether you're in your car or in the timber, there's one out there with your name on it. They always say if a deer jumps out in front of you, aim right at it. The good and bad of that is that some of you will be visiting your local meat locker, and the rest will be visiting us at Langstrad Auto Body. Whether it's a deer or some unfortunate accident, you know that Langstrad Auto Body is there for you with a lifetime written warranty and satisfaction 100% guaranteed. Langstrad Auto Body, where you don't have to look for a quality repair.
Back inside our Knoxville Hospital and Clinics Red Rock Clinic Pella Radio pregame show. Andrew Schneider, Win Veenstra. Do want to make, of course, a shout out. Have yet to mention them here in our pregame coverage, but the homecoming court, homecoming king and queen, were crowned. The court was announced last week. Congratulations to Caleb Belzer and Natalie Harrell. The two of them will be featured during our Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show. Recorded an interview with them right after the moment. Two great kids I've gotten to know and have watched be a part of activities here on Eagle Lane for a long time. When you and I had some memorable moments with Natalie this past summer on the state softball tournament run and her big home run versus Van Meter, one of the great plays in Pella Christian, I think, sports history in terms of where that got the softball team to with that big lead in Van Meter they were able to hang on to. And then, of course, Caleb Belzer, member of the baseball team, really found his passion in the drama and theater departments, which, as you know, we have a very robust program here on Eagle Lane. Congratulations to the two of them. We'll mention the rest of the court, but obviously always fun to see our young people here at Pella Christian. It's bittersweet, right, because they're moving on. Another great class is moving on. But congratulations to our 2022 homecoming king and queen, Caleb Belzer, Natalie Harrell.
Yeah, I don't get here every day like I did when I was coaching, so I don't see all the stuff that goes on, but all of those kids have a great time with homecoming week, and the seniors especially, that it's
they won the trophy again.
Did they really?
The jug.
Yeah, yep. That kind of always happens, it seems like, but I don't know if it's rigged or what.
But come on.
But anyway, yeah, but all the kids, they do have a great time with it, and so it's kind of a nice break for the winter blahs, as it were, as you go through the season.
And let's mention the rest of the court. Also a great group of kids who I've gotten to know again. This is my 8th year here, Win. So these are kids that I've seen ever since they were at Pella Christian grade school, many of whom read lunch menus or were involved in Pella Christian theater at the middle school. Let's run them down. Tessa Breams, Lauren Dudsbergen, Sarah Gritters, Trinity Voss, the girls, Danny Andriga, Micah DeHaan, Eric Mulder, Bennett Sprunk, the latter, and the first of those 3 of the 4 guys we will see heavily featured tonight in the basketball game. And again, your king and queen, Caleb Belzer and Natalie Harrell. We'll have that interview coming up for you in our Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show. Let's go ahead and take a look at our colors of the game presented by Pella Engraving and Sign. Newton's going to have their black uniforms out tonight with the red letters, red numbers. You can see the red Cardinals logo on the side. Pella Christian, their standard home and maroon. Again, the home white base for the jersey, the numbers and letters maroon with the gold trim and the maroon stripes. Your colors of the game are presented by Pella Engraving and Sign. Whether it's a colorfully designed event banner, car wrap, or business sign, let the professionals at Pella Engraving and Sign bring it to life. And Win, we're nearing the end of the road in terms of the conference race. Girls and boys. Girls is pretty much all wrapped up. DCG was able to knock off both Grinnell and Indianola. They've got a 1-game lead, and barring a Pella or Norwalk or one of those upsets, they're going to run away as the conference champion on the girls' side, and it may be a boys' one. They have a 1-game lead, and with that big win over PC Tuesday, the Eagles need help. They'll need DCG to be upset once, lose to Pella tonight, probably an upset once between Newton or Norwalk next week, and then the rest of the conference, Pella and Indianola, just need to keep winning, and everyone in the conference rooting for Pella if they want someone other than DCG to be champion.
Well, if we want to get back to what could have possibly been a 4-way tie there as of Tuesday night, had things went the way they were supposed to, that still can happen, but it's very unlikely. DCG just has to take care of business one more time against Pella tonight, and then they've got the easier part of their schedule left, so it would be very difficult for anybody to catch them at that point. But if Pella can tie them and keep them both within a game, then your Pella Christian's back to where they've got to play Pella, so they'd have their opportunity to possibly pull into that tie again with them. And if they could get somebody to knock off DCG next week, that certainly could create another tie.
And it's not the bottom two teams in the conference they have. They have Newton and Norwalk, who are teams Norwalk pushed DCG to 3 overtimes. It was at Norwalk, and then Newton, who knocked off Pella last week. So possibility, not saying it's likely, but there's a possibility. Pella has to, but to me, if there's a different champion, DCG with a win tonight likely locks it up, because then everyone else needs to win out.
Yeah, exactly. And Indianola, same thing. They got to win all their games, but they need that DCG loss to come in there along the way, and whether it does or not, I don't know.
That's pretty crazy, because they split with the other top three. But it's because DCG was able to end up beating Pella Christian twice. That's been the difference. And then Pella would be the only thing that could remedy that situation. Then, of course, the Dutch have the losses to Norwalk and Newton, which is even stranger. You would think that if Pella played, and I mean, they were 0 for 20 last Friday. From 3. I mean, they hit 2 threes there, and they hit the three-pointer at the end of the game against Norwalk. They're the favorites to win the conference, but obviously now not the case.
Yeah, and you know, I heard Coach Schulte say that on either the post-game show or the Saturday morning show too, that, you know, his team is very much a three-point shooting team, and if they go, you win, and if they don't, you don't. And against Newton that night, they didn't go, and so they lost.
I would say that in today's game, there are very few boys basketball teams in 2A or 3A that can win a game without hitting a single three.
Yeah, well, it's turned into that game, type of game. There's no doubt about it.
So we'll see how that all shakes out. That's our conference standings. Again, a look at our Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard. You're listening to Pella Christian High School basketball, powered by Bank Iowa on KNIA KRLS.com via the KRLS 2 stream and the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel. We'll have more of our Knoxville Hospital and Clinic's Red Rock Clinic Pella Radio pregame show, including your starting lineups, when we come back after this on KNIA KRLS.com. This on KNIA KRLS.com.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
Ask me, Lance Klein, at the Verduff Agency in Pella, if auto owners make sense for you.
We know you have choices when it comes to wireless plans for your home or business. At Strauber Cellular, we strive to be that local expert to provide all the service and expertise you need to make U.S. Cellular your choice for wireless service. Our knowledgeable staff can provide you with everything from smartphones and tablets to home internet and security options. Choose Strauber Cellular, your locally owned authorized agent for U.S. Cellular in downtown Pella.
Hormel Foods in Knoxville is hiring. They have openings on first, second, and third shift for positions including quality control, operations, and maintenance starting at $17.85 an hour. All 9 positions will receive the shift differential. Quality control and operations will receive a 50-cent an hour increase at 3 months and an additional 50-cent an hour increase at 6 months. Employees will be offered weekly pay up to $1,000, a free 2-year college tuition, compressive benefits, paid vacation, and a 401k. Apply today at HormelJobsKnoxville.com.
This is Dr. Tim Yoder with Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. February is National Pet Dental Month, and I'd like to encourage you to schedule an oral exam for your pet. All of our dental services are discounted during the month of February, including cleaning of the teeth, polishing of the teeth, and dental surgery where needed. Call today to schedule your pet's oral checkup at 628-4040 for Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella, where your pet's good health is our #1 concern.
They're the veterinarians.
Yes, we are. We're the Peterinarians.
They take care of pets because they love them.
And that'll wrap up our Knoxville Hospital and Clinic's Red Rock Clinic Pella Radio pregame show, your cornerstone to health. We're getting you set for our opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply. And before we do, let's go ahead and take a look at our starting lineups presented by Miniga Pest Control. It appears, Wynn, we're going to have some sort of pregame ceremony here. Some measure of gift that looks like that's going out.
Well, yeah, they got some younger players or students or whatever sitting on the chairs down there on the bench. So, and the varsity girls all have some kind of candy out there.
Well, Mr. Ingbers is talking about it. So let's go ahead and talk about our starting lineups presented by Miniga Pest Control. For Pella Christian, Number 11, junior guard, 5'8", Jenna Van Manen. A guard at 5'7", number 13, Jocelyn Terpstra. Freshman guard at number 15, 5'6", Faith Kakmarinsky. Carly Anderson, the junior, 5'6", number 21, and Claire Vandermolen, the forward at 5'9", and junior, number 30. For Newton, it'll be a standard fare here tonight. Audrey Roush, a junior guard, number 4. Aurora Nearing, a senior forward at number 5. Number 12, Sophia Reynolds, a sophomore guard at 5'7". Number 14, Emma Rogers, a senior forward at 5'11". And number 23, senior guard, number 23 again, Kaya Butler. Your starting lineups are presented by Miniga Pest Control, where Sean and his team want to kill your bugs.
Call 628-3198. Miniga Pest Control.
So we're going to cut to the audio here in just a second, Win, but one final thought before we get, because we'll put the performance of the national anthem on here tonight. But your thoughts about tonight? Big opportunity here for the Eagles.
Well, again, it's a winnable game, and you don't want to go through the conference season with no wins at all. It's a homecoming. You got a big crowd, and probably going to even get bigger when the freshman boys get done playing, and those parents start filtering in here too pretty soon. So, just got to go out there and have some fun and play some basketball. Like I said, they've been doing some good things. They're just making a few too many mistakes, and they've just got to cut them out.
Tonight's live stream is being brought to you by Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy. Thank you to Kinetic Edge for sponsoring the video stream portion of our coverage here tonight. They are honoring the youth basketball night here as they're giving some gifts and hopefully win. This is where it starts, right? We need, for this Eagles team to be competitive, regardless of what conference, because this team would probably struggle in a lot of conferences this year, just a reality situation. They need numbers. They need girls who want to fall in love with the game. That is a ton of fun, and I know that youth volleyball is a big piece of what happens in our communities. But obviously, basketball is a great sport. We hope more girls come out.
And it starts with those kids. And having coached at all levels here in the high school, when they come in as freshmen and they don't know how to dribble or they don't know how to use their weak hand, it makes it real difficult. So
we're going to go into the anthem and the prayer in just a second. So we'll flip our audio coverage to that here on the KRLS 2 stream. And we'll have that here as we have members of the select choir here from Pella Christian High School who will be singing. So we'll turn it over to Fred DeHaan in just a second as he will lead us here with prayer and then with our national anthem again with our members of the select choir here at Pella Christian High School.
Remember what a great privilege it is to see your team compete. Thank you for your attendance and enjoy the game. And now I invite you all to stand as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem that tonight will be sung by the Pella Christian High School choir. But right before they sing, we will have a brief prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you on this cold February night for the game of basketball. We thank you for safety, for travel, for those coming from Newton, and for our many alumni who are joining us here on this homecoming weekend. We thank you, Lord, and we pray that you will protect and provide injury-free games for all the players, that you will inspire each individual athlete and the officials to play and to officiate in the best manner that you have equipped them to do. In all this we ask in Jesus' name, amen.
Andrew Schneider and Win Veenstra coming back to you here on KNIA, KRLS.com on the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel. One of the few performances we get an opportunity here to hear Win. Obviously, our kids are so multi-involved here at Eagle Lane that it's hard to get a group like that together most nights because there's so many things going on. But good to have that here for the special homecoming crowd and the big audience that we already have. It doesn't feel like there's going to be a whole lot of seats come boys basketball time.
Yeah, you know, like I said, on the home side of the floor here, the ones that are over watching the freshman boys play are going to probably have to sit on the other side because there's nothing left on this side.
I think they'll find themselves plenty comfortable here on Eagle Lane. As we're live inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on KNIA, KRLS.com, we are a little bit behind schedule. Scheduled 6:15 tip, and with homecoming Win, we will get out of here about 10 o'clock. At this rate.
I'm not figuring on being home early at all.
No, that's okay. It's a Friday night. This is where we want to be. You and I don't another Friday adventure.
I don't have cows to milk tomorrow morning, so I can sleep in.
But we do have basketball to call tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, but that's quite a ways into the day.
I understand that. Our coverage will begin on the KRLS 3 stream tomorrow, and we'll be back right here on the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel for Pella Christian versus Van Meer. Let's run down your starting lineups again. Jenna Van Manen, Jocelyn Terpstra, Faith Kakmarinsky, Carly Anderson, and Claire Vandermolen for Pella Christian. It's Audrey Roush, Aurora Nearing, Sophia Reynolds, Emma Rogers, and Kaya Butler for the Newton Cardinals. Again, that's presented by Miniga Pest Control. So your opening tip will be presented here in a moment, presented by Dutch Mill Supply. We do have our first, and it's no shock since we're, way behind everybody else. We have a bunch of scores already coming in inside our Strauver Cellular Instant Radio updates. Indianola 15, Oskaloosa 9. That's girls action after 1. DCG 10, Pella 9 after 1. Roland Story 28, PCM 20 at the half. Again, those are all Strauver Cellular Instant Radio updates. Well, about to have some basketball going here. It sounds like our good friend Nathan, or not Nathan, no, he's our good friend too, but Alex Cook and PCM Roland Story, he might get home before we do, and I think he's on the road, so that's all right. And it's all a part of homecoming, so thank you for joining us for our special homecoming coverage here on KNIA KRLS. We'll have homecoming king and queen. Don't want to miss it coming up, as we will have the two of them coming up on our Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show. So excited about that, to have Caleb and Natalie on for that. It'll be Claire Vandermolen in the center circle for Pella Christian. Eagles will work right to left here in our opening quarter, at least for our radio audience, and it depends on the camera angle we're using here on Eagle Lane, but either way you'll be able to tell there. Doesn't matter nearly as much. That's the beauty of beginning to watch it, right?
Root for the people in white.
Yeah, that's easier said than done. And the Nearing will hit the tip for Newton, and it nearly goes out of bounds. And tiptoeing the sideline there was Kaya Butler. We are underway. Dutch Mill Supply is your only locally owned lumberyard and building material supplier. Right side bounce pass down low, looking for Nearing. Spin move on the baseline. Our first turnover is in the arms of Carly Anderson. Eagles have it on their half of the floor. Right side, Jenna Van Manen. Homecoming 3, no. It hits off the left side of the glass. Loose ball rebound is eventually scooped up by Rogers. Had it and lost it and got it again. And she's over the timeline for the Cardinals. It's Roush, baseline dribble drive. It's too short, and Claire Vandermolen clears it for PC. Here's Faith Kakmarinsky down the floor for the Eagles. Kak has it on the center eagle, works it right side now. Was looking for, looked like Terpstra, and ends up finding Anderson, pass nearly stolen. And now back to Faith Kak, left side of the lane, and she'll travel.
Ooh, I didn't see that. Looked like she made a nice move, got the ball out of her hands before she moved to feet, but they didn't call it that way.
One turnover each now.
Well, that first one was a block shot, actually. So,
yeah. Okay. However you want to score it.
I saw it being blocked and rebounded, but
Anderson got her. Either way, Eagles got the ball out of it.
Yeah, still no score. That's the big thing.
That's, the most important moral of the story here. Ball is loose on the floor. There's that Eagles defense again. Tell you what.
That was a turnover.
That Eagles looking for Terpstra, right wing 3, launches and it's in. Jocelyn Terpstra gets the scoring start at 3-0 PC.
Good start for Jocelyn there to hit that first shot. Make him come out after. She'll be able to drive after at the basket a little often.
And that's one of the things I wanted to comment here about the Eagles defense, and that forced travel. Newton racking up the turnovers already. For PC, one thing about Coach Ingber is that he really emphasizes his defense, and I think that even though they've been extremely offensively challenged this season, they've kept themselves in games win because they play really good zone defense. And that's an airmail, and part of the frustration, though, for Coach Ingber's and company has been ball control. While they have a good defense win, it can only keep you in it so long when you turn the ball over at the rate of 22 per game.
And that was just a bad pass there. Picked up the dribble in the backcourt and got panicky and threw it away.
And now back over to PC. Back and forth we go here. Full court pressure coming for Newton. Again, these two teams, not trying to sugarcoat anything here, are the bottom portion of the stats in just about every category in the conference. In fact, Pella Christian's ahead of Newton in a couple of categories, and quite a few of them. But Newton won the head-to-head first time on their home floor. There's a shot blocked out of bounds on Terpstra. Jocelyn looking for the foul. And it will stay Eagles ball on the team rebound out of bounds.
Drove it in the lane, but Newton was there ready to block it away. And now they're going to go the other way with it.
Never mind.
Okay.
That's a little more surprising. Especially because, well, either way, let's leave it at that. 5:33 remaining, a Pella Hy-Vee game reset here in the first. No fouls for either team. Just the Jocelyn Terpstra three-pointer, 3-0 Eagles. There's a tip and a steal. Jocelyn Terpstra will come up with it, and she's fouled. Terpstra among the league leaders in steals per game at 3.6. Still has kept that number up all year, and that's tough knowing the backcourts that have been hit here. And there's a varsity timeout, a Vision for Less timeout, but I was about to say a varsity bound for Jocelyn. Talked about that in our pregame. For her to be averaging close to 16 points a game and 4 steals a game, I think it's pretty remarkable because she's been the only consistent presence on this team all year, and you know that defenses are keying on her.
Right. If we could get a few more players with the speed of Jocelyn, the defensive awareness of taking away those passes, and then have the speed and the ball handling skills to get up the floor and get some layups, they could really surprise some teams. But unfortunately, so far, she's the only one that's shown that consistently.
Well, and public address announcer DeHaan wasn't quite able to get that redone in 30 seconds. And so the officials waiting for him. And here we go, 3-0 Eagles with the ball. Van Manen just slips over the half-court line before she's met defensively. Here's Terpstra, always aggressive at the hoop, and she has her shot blocked again by Nearing. Second block for Nearing, rebound goes over to Newton.
A lot of body contact there, nothing called.
3-0 PC, 5 minutes remaining here in the first. The other side of a Vision for Less timeout. The fourth Cardinals turnover and second steal for Jocelyn Terpstra. Terpstra has it up ahead to Van Manen. Van Manen looking for either option and nothing doing there. Here's Kack between the circles. Faith Kack left side to Anderson. Anderson shoots it back to Kack-Marinsky. That time the play works, and finishing for 2 is Faith Kack-Marinsky.
And that's what I talked about. You know, that play is there a lot. They just, against a little quicker teams, they can't execute it, and that time they did a nice job against Newton.
We're going to get a wholesale Newton change here in a second. Another turnover, the 5th. That time a Faith Kack steal up ahead. Terpstra will end up carrying the ball out of bounds after her shot ricochets off the bottom of the backboard.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure if it, I thought it got blocked, but it could have gotten ricocheted off the back, came right back down to her. She's standing out of bounds.
Yeah, so that's what it looked like to me. 5-0 Eagles still, though. Could be a lot more, though, Win. They've missed some opportunities.
Yeah, I thought sure that was going to be an easy layup, but the defense caught up to her.
So Jaslyn Cooper is into the game. Emily Wormiger is in the game. And there's a 3 at the top for Audrey Roush, the only starter that stayed in. Also, Keely Manning in for Newton. And there's one more sub I haven't quite got to yet, but we'll take care of business here in a second. And Marissa Cunningham. And then there's a 3 on the way. Misses from the only sub for Coach Ingber's there, Heisman. And the rebound is controlled by Roush. 5-3. Newton matches Terpstra's three-point shot. And there's a block shot for Claire Vandermolen. Rebound and up ahead all by herself. Jocelyn Terpstra this time will get it to go for 2.
Nice job of getting right after that one, getting up the floor. And good lead pass from out front.
Yeah, the started with the block shot, rebound, and now back over to Newton it goes. Eagle zone collapsing here, and they're handling this Newton offense. 6 turnovers and a steal there for Claire Vandermolen. They're stuffing the sheet. In fact, all 6 of the turnovers I have right now, Win, have been live ball. So have happened in the process. There hasn't been anything out of bounds off of Newton yet, and that's how you create offense. Here's Carly Anderson looking for more. Good-looking shot just off the back of the iron, no. And it's Cooper, the long rebound for Newton. 7-3 Eagles, under 3 to play here in the first quarter. In case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella. Nearly turnover number 9 between the two teams. And I think it will be here. No, just off of CAC. Looks close.
But yeah,
and Anna Evelyn in for PC.
Here you've got just 4 shots for Newton at this point, and 6 or 7 turnovers. So not a good deal for them. There's another turnover.
The third steal already for Jocelyn Terpstra. They got 2-on-1 up ahead. Heisman can't get the first to go. She'll find Kak-Marinsky on the putback for 2. And that's our Randall Roofing raise the roof moment of the game. It's good to have one here as the Eagles are on a nice run, and it's all starting with defense. 3 steals for Terpstra. Faith Kack finishes for 2 off the Chloe Heisman offensive rebound.
Yeah, she got just a little bit of a late start, didn't get there in time, got called for the foul.
And when the moment arises, think Randall Roofing. Our raise the roof moment of the game. Eagles on a 9-3 start here. One of the largest leads they've held all season, especially since the Albia game, and another turnover.
Nice anticipation by Anna that time to get her hand in that passing lane and then knock it down right to herself.
8 Newton turnovers. Anderson, top of the key 3, short. And this time an offensive rebound for Terpstra and a foul.
Well, Carly's usually pretty deadly from that 3-point line. Was wide open. You can't fault her for taking the shot, but just came up short. Nice job by Jocelyn of getting in there and getting that offensive board.
We talked about it in our Hormel Foods radio keys to the game. It's the defense creating offense, and there's a block shot, the third for Newton, but it will stay with PC, and the first team rebound now out of bounds. Do have a couple of Strouder Cellular Instant Radio updates. Indianola 29, Oski 19 at the half. Grinnell 19, Norwalk 12, and then a travel on PC. Just their third turnover.
Yeah, looks like they bumped her just a little bit, and I didn't think she moved her foot, but the official said she slid it, and they end up turning the ball over.
Back to Newton, a 9-3 Eagles lead over the Cardinals, 1:48 remaining, and Pella Christian's homecoming night inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. Dribble drive, center of the lane, point-blank shot, doesn't go. Offensive rebound, put back, doesn't go, and now a loose ball will eventually go to Newton on the rebound. They got a couple here on this possession, and they'll keep things going. Top of the key 3 doesn't go, and this time Terpstra will clear it for PC. Eagles on their half of the floor. Here's Terpstra. NBA range 3 doesn't go. It's short. Chloe Heisman, though, will tip the rebound, and Faith Kack will chase it down. And then she's fouled as she tried to find Anna Evelyn on the right side.
Well, that was good hustle. Faith ends up with the ball, but I think it was it Carly or Chloe jumped out of bounds to tip that ball back in.
Eagles playing some inspired ball here. And we've talked about it before because the Eagles haven't had a lot of winning seasons lately. But 2-16, haven't won since December. They're playing with a lot of fire here tonight, and this is exciting to see. Here's Faith Kack. Out to Carly Anderson. Can she get the third time the try? No, that time really good look. Halfway down and up it goes, and then Evelyn will end up fouling Reynolds on the rebound.
Well, and again, they've been working hard. They've been trying all season. You can't ever fault their effort. Coach Chambers has talked about that several times, that they work hard. They got a positive attitude. They just keep battling and battling, but they're just so undermatched so often that, or overmatched so often that they get a team like this that they can kind of match up with athletically. It makes it a lot easier.
Minute remaining. Quarter number 1. Newton trying to get something going here against what has been a very difficult Eagles defense, and a travel forced again. When that time it was the double team trap that forced the extra step there by Manning.
And she brought the ball up into the Pella Christian player's chest and couldn't get it out of there and got called for the travel.
PC on their half of the floor. Terpstra trying to dribble around the defense, try to create there. Newton was back, though, to get to it. Heisman has to chase it near the half-court line. Here's Vandermolen. Claire Vandermolen for 3. No good. And all sorts of clanging around here. But Newton will end up with the rebound. On her back, it was number 12, Reynolds, back into the game. 24 seconds remaining. Pella Christian's offense missing some opportunities to really pull ahead in this game. And a whistle and a foul on Jocelyn Terpstra.
Is that her second?
That's her second.
Yeah.
Well, that takes a lot out of Jocelyn's game.
Well, exactly, because, you know, she's and it takes away the only player that's really doing a lot of driving at the basket as well.
Well, yeah, the offense here is not going to be probably nearly as effective, but they've got to survive. And then an offensive foul and a moving violation down underneath called right away on Manning. That's another Newton turnover, their 10th. Manning's first foul on the 4th on the Cardinals. That was an instant, deliberate whistle.
Yeah, that must have been a blatant
elbow
offensive foul, yeah.
Eagles trying to work it through the press break. 7 seconds remaining. Kakmarinsky rushes the shot, nearly got it to go. Heisman with 3 seconds. Anderson at the buzzer. Can she beat the buzzer? No. And that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. Been a long time since we could say this. Eagles leading after 1 inside of our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth.
The wipers in the car go swish, 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 swish. The wipers in the car go swish, swish, swish at Central Tire and Auto.
Winter brings slushy, sleety, icy weather that's even more annoying if your wipers can't keep your windshield clean. For tires, front end work, their no appointment oil change, full mechanical work on your vehicle, and the important little things like new wipers, stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella.
Sporting goods companies are facing challenging times with many suppliers carrying little product and offering slow delivery. At BSN Sports, we stand ready to change the fundamentals of our industry. We carry all the top brands that you demand with uniforms, practice and travel gear, and field and facility equipment. We stock our own inventory and decorate in-house, leading to faster delivery. I'm Phil Hemming with BSN Sports, and I'd love the chance to work with your school or team. Give me a call at 620-8337, and let's get started today.
Back inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. There's a good Strawberry Cellular instant radio update. DCG 24, Pella 20. Got a good one across town. See if the Dutch can hang on in the second half. Our score here is 9-3. A Pella Hy-Vee game reset. Andrew Schneider, Win Veenstra, Pella Christian with the ball. Only trouble right now, Win, is they are playing without Jocelyn Terpstra. 2 fouls in the first quarter. They're going to have to find a way, Win, to score here. More importantly, Win, try to keep the lead as long as they can, because I think that's what Coach Ingers is going to hold out for, right?
Well, and I think they can run their offense. They just got to make sure they don't turn the ball over. They'll get a layup at some point against this man-to-man if they don't turn the ball over while they're making the screens. And there's a nice cut.
Will take it for 2, and it rims out no good. What a good-looking shot. Just couldn't fall.
Again, ran the play nicely. Just didn't get the shot to go.
And the Eagles forced the turnover on the near side. It was knocked out of bounds, and it last went off of Newton in front of their bench. 11 turnovers. So as long as PC can play this kind of defense, Win, I don't think it's going to matter too much.
Well, 11 turnovers for Newton and only 7 shots. So when you've got more turnovers than shots, that's a lot of possessions for Pella Christian.
Well, and the Eagles chase it down at the half-court line, and now a stepping on the baseline. There's an Eagles turnover. That's a lack of awareness there by Claire. She can go into the backcourt there. It was an inbounds play, and she could have chased that down and given new life, but she forced it.
And then if you do go get it, get a hold of it strongly and throw the ball like you mean it. She put such a lazy pass on it, it forced Chloe along the sideline.
7:07 remaining here in the second. Here are the Cardinals. Butler in the game, left side, baseline. Jay is in for Aurora Nearing. Now some pressure, and they know, and Newton, I think, can smell blood in the water, right? They know that the point guard is out of the game. PC does break the press. And it's not like PC hasn't seen the press all year. I mean,
no, and
this is a conference of press teams. There's Heisman, puts a runner up, has her shot blocked. That's the 3rd block for Nearing. She gets her first rebound.
A lot of body there, too. But
and she's had a lot of contact on all 3 of hers. 9-5 now, Cardinals. Also on the floor, Sophia Reynolds just had it. Right side, Rogers. So the starting 5 back on for them. Terpstra on the floor again, in case you missed it. Presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. A travel on Newton. 12th turnover is Terpstra's back in the game. So that was in case you missed it. And now you're not missing it. She's back in.
They're the veterinarians.
Eagles will look to continue breaking pressure here. Terpstra has it over the half-court line. That's a carry.
Yeah, well, she traveled first, too, so she got away with the first one, didn't get away with the second one.
6:13 remaining here in the second. We promised you a competitive basketball game win. It didn't necessarily mean it was going to be
High
particularly
scoring.
exciting.
It may be a football score, but it would, you know.
Well, and it depends on your definition of excitement, right? If you're a fan of a lot of back and forth, then yes, it's a matter of if the score is going to finish on the other side. And Eagles defense trying to prevent that here. They played an excellent game so far. And that will continue after that shot misses wildly, and then a jump ball forced by Claire Vandermolen. And fans can groan all they want, but she's fighting for the ball. And it will stay Newton ball on the arrow. 5:52 remaining here in the second. When our creative idea drawn up by Brandon Peel when we get a moment, let's talk about this Eagles defense and what they have been doing well and what they need to keep doing well to keep this game going. There's a shot that misses, and Anderson will tip it out of bounds. But your thoughts about the defensive set that Coach Ingers is running and the success they're having?
Well, they do that matchup, basically a 3-2 zone with the 3 out on top for the most part. Match up really well, force a team to shoot from outside. The ones that are good at it are going to win easily, and the ones that are looking to get the ball inside are going to have trouble.
That's what Newton's almost exclusively tried to do when they've tried to pound it inside. And then a 3-second violation on Newton, their 13th turnover.
But what the drawback of that is they haven't rebounded real well off of that, and they've given up way too many offensive rebounds. They've got to recognize that just because you're in a zone doesn't mean you don't get yourself in position to rebound once that ball goes up.
Well, that pass was not good from Van Manen, just a freebie, and Roush will take advantage.
Yeah, got to put some heat on the pass. You can't just lob it up there because the defense is going to come and get it.
Roush the steal and score. Eagles now in transition. Now on their half of the floor. 5:06 remaining. That was your creative idea drawn up by Brandon Peel. For branding, print, web, video, or interactive, call Brandon Peel. Relentless for you. And Anderson was looking for an outlet and just throws it out of bounds for Vandermolen, who was cutting to the basket, not looking for the ball.
Yeah, and Claire was doing the right thing, but she went just at the wrong time, and Claire cut to the basket, and Carly threw the ball behind her.
Newton on a 4-0 run. It was 9-3 Eagles just about a couple minutes ago. That was for the tie, and it will go to Faith Kakmarinsky. But the Eagles offense has looked not so great here in this quarter. A lot of unforced errors. And there's another turnover.
No,
it will stay.
Somehow they held on to
Pella
it.
Christian ball, nearly another turnover.
They basically out-hustled Newton for that ball because Newton tipped it away, but Pella Christian able to get it back.
Well, the Eagles trying to set something up here on offense, and everything is 10 feet outside the three-point line. That's not going to get you anywhere.
Well, again, it's a man-to-man. You got to set some screens, especially down low, and get some people open down there.
4:09 remaining here in the second.
We've seen that in their offense, but we aren't seeing it right now.
Well, they're playing trailing man good enough that passes haven't come easy. Terpstra, right side of the lane, will take it herself, and she draws contact and a foul.
Yeah, a lot of ball there. I didn't think there was that much body, but apparently she got her across the arm. So
Jocelyn Terpstra has been at the free throw line, I think as of today, more than any conference player. And she'll continue that streak here with 2 shots coming at 71% on the season from the charity stripe. And it's not a knock on her, but of her 15 or so points a game, on average, close to half of those a game are from the free throw line. And there's a Vision for Less timeout after the first misses. A 30-second timeout. Tonight's game brought to you by BSN Sports and Windmill Print and Stitch in Pella. Windmill Print and Stitch is a locally owned decorated apparel company right here in the Tulip City, and they're a proud partner of BSN Sports. If you need apparel for your team or business, call Phil Hemming with BSN Sports at 620-8337 or stop into the BSN Sports Windmill Print and Stitch office on Southeast 14th Street in Pella. Windmill Print and Stitch. Let's go ahead and take a look at our Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard. Roland Story 42, PCM 32 after 3. Pella Christian 9, Newton 3. That was our end of quarter 1. Now it's 9-7. DCG 24, Pella 20. That's at the half after 1. Grinnell 19, Norwalk 12. Indianola 29, Oskaloosa 19 at the half. Your Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard, where they're serving you and building community across the Red Rock area. Terpstra will get her on rebound after missing both free throws. And then she'll lose the dribble, and it's a jump ball. Terpstra needs to cool her jets there. She almost, I'm shocked she didn't get a technical foul there. She threw the ball really high at the official and was jawing at him. And
well, I think she's feeling like she's getting hacked pretty good. a lot of body, and they're not making any calls there. So
it should be PC ball on the arrow.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand the frustration with it, and that's part of it, but
yeah,
Josh can't. I was shocked that technical foul didn't come out there.
I had my head down, so I didn't see that. But yeah, you got to stay cool.
And it's all right to talk to an official if you want to say, hey, I feel like we're being, but I saw that the other night at Oski Pella, and I think it helped Oskaloosa where they were, respectful to the official and said, hey, I feel like we're getting hacked out here, and play on. 9-7, the Eagles have yet to score in the quarter, and Anderson will try to do it at the free throw line after she nearly got the and one.
Yeah, nice job of driving the basket. And you talked about Jocelyn's free throws earlier. That's her game, though. She drives the basket. She's going to draw a lot of that contact.
3:26 remaining here in the second. 6 fouls for Newton, so the Eagles will be in the single bonus rest of the way here in the quarter. Pella Hy-Vee game reset. Eagles up by 2 and make it 3.
Finally got off that 9. We were there for a long time.
Well, here we are. We've crossed the double-digit threshold with 3:26 remaining here in the second. Anderson's second will get the homecoming roll.
Yeah, a
couple bounces.
A lot of bounces on the iron, but it had enough English to fall in.
All that matters, as long as it hits the bottom of the peach bucket, right? 11-7, 3:18 remaining here in the second, and then a foul called on Heisman, I believe. A lot of contact, and there's just been a lot of contact in this game, period. And I'm surprised that we're only at 10 combined fouls right now.
Yeah. 3:17 left to go, and just 10 total fouls. So game's moving along fairly quickly. Just a lot of turnovers. It has slowed down a little bit though in this quarter.
Yeah, the turnover game hasn't been nearly as prolific. There's another shot that misses. Offensive rebound. Putback is in for Aurora Nearing at 6 foot tall, using all of that frame. Back within 2 are the Cardinals.
Well, they're again that zone. Nobody got inside of her.
There's a tip and a near steal. Stays with Faith Kakmarinsky. She'll run it all the way to the rim. What a great step behind the defense. Ball almost coming out of her hand, and she gets it to go. 6 points for Faith Kak. She leads all scorers.
A nice and attacking of the basket there.
We're going to call that our drive to the basket, grown by champion seed dealer Jay Boat as well. An independently owned and regionally focused seed company striving to build the best and maintain the broadest portfolio of genetics and traits. Champion seed, they only champion the best. First on Faith Kak on the foul side, other side. 5 fouls for PC, 6 for Newton. Inbounds play is tipped and stolen. 4th steal for Jocelyn Terpstra. And here we go. Eagles have a chance to win to build on a 2-possession lead. Here's Heisman out to Anderson. Anderson back right side to Faith Kak on the wing. Kakmarinsky dribbling on her. It's Roush out to Heisman. Faith Kak wide open, top of the key. She keep going? No, it rolls out again. That's been the other side of the scoreboard win. We've had, 3 or 4 shots for the Eagles that have gone half down and out.
A couple of good looks from Carly, a couple from Faith that just would not go in. And, you'd like to think a better percentage of those are going to go in.
Right side Reynolds inside the 3-point circle, and Anderson gets the steal. 15 Newton turnovers. And here's Jocelyn Terpstra, the baseline, wraparound pass. Here's Faith Kak, elbow jumper, long. And the board is controlled by Manning.
Faith didn't look like she was ready to shoot that one, just kind of launched it at the basket, wasn't maybe prepared for that.
91 seconds left until the halftime horn. Left side 3 is in. Roush hit it flat-footed. And she's got 8 of Newton's 12. At the half-court line, Jocelyn Terpstra out to Anderson. Can Anderson match it from the corner? Yes!
There she got one to go. That was a good-looking shot. And she caught the ball ready to shoot, and that's what you got to do.
Eagles needed that one, especially after that 3-pointer. Now need a stop on defense with a minute remaining. Andrew Steiner, Wynn Veenstra, and our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. A happy homecoming to you as Newton has it knocked out of bounds with a foul called on Anderson.
Still no free throws, though, so...
that's her second.
Yeah.
Or no, that's her first. I had Evelyn. That was Evelyn who had the other one. Sorry, marked that one on my sheet.
So.
Newton on their half of the floor at the half-court line.
Oh, Jocelyn almost had that one.
Left side three. Cardinals feeling it from downtown. Put back is in. Good position there from Manning. 16-14. And Terpstra has it knocked out of bounds.
And
Coach
Faith,
Ingbers.
yeah, wanted a foul. And Faith actually had inside position there, but she didn't back into the player, and she was able to get the offensive board.
And that's what Coach Ingbers is trying to get something called here, and Jocelyn shaking her head. I don't think they're getting the whistles at this rate.
Well, looks to me like they're really swallowing their whistles on a lot of the fouls, both ways. They're not being unfair by any means.
No.
But they're certainly letting them play.
Here's Anderson. Throws it away, center of the lane, loose ball. And the arrow will go to Newton. And now Newton a chance to tie or take the lead before the half. Pella Christian just came down the floor, went and rushed it. There was no reason to.
Yeah.
You hold for the final shot at that point.
There's such a fine line between moving the ball quickly and rushing and panicking, and they just haven't found that yet. You've got to move the ball quickly, but not throw it out of control.
Down low, here is Manning, and she'll miss. Rebound goes to Evelyn. And Pella Christian, loose ball, stays on the floor, and at the buzzer, won't go in. 16-14 at the half. Our Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show when we come back after this.
It's volunteer season. Pella Corporation thanks those who volunteer to make our area a great place to live. It's clear that when you volunteer, you're helping others. On the job, the Pella team creates energy-efficient Pella windows and doors for homes and businesses throughout North America. And once the job is done, many Pella Corporation team members volunteer to make a difference in their communities. Let's hear a cheer for volunteers. For more information on exciting careers at Pella Windows and Doors, visit Pella.com/careers.
At the Pella and Knoxville Hy-Vee stores, we're hiring for a flex shopper position. You choose when and where you work. In addition to a flexible schedule, you'll get a 10% employee discount on groceries, and health insurance is available, even for part-time employees. It's simple to apply at Hy-Vee.com, or stop in the store at the Knoxville or Pella Hy-Vee and get an instant interview.
And we're back inside our Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show. For tires, front end work, there no appointment oil change, and full mechanical work on your vehicle. Stop and see Shonda Ward and his crew next to Walmart in Pella. So while the Shine Dance team performs, we're going to have an interview coming up with the homecoming king and queen, Caleb Belzer and Natalie Harrell. You're listening to the Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show. Listening to the Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show. Andrew Schneider here at the homecoming king and queen at Pella Christian, Caleb Belzer, Natalie Harrell. First of all, congratulations. What does it mean to be chosen and to represent your school this week?
It means a lot. It really is. I love this school and I love all these students so much, and everyone that put this whole thing together. And it means it just shows appreciation. It shows that a higher calling to some of us, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. Homecoming week is a blast for us, and yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I love homecoming, and it's a chance to really celebrate with the alumni and really everyone. And so being chosen as, to Caleb and I to represent our class and our school this year is really an honor, just because we love our school so much, and everyone that has put time into, making this a great experience for us.
Well, and Caleb, you mentioned in your speech, it seemed like the biggest focus was your friendships here at the students. How important have your fellow classmates been, especially, I know you're involved in so many different activities and all the moments in and outside of the school here?
Yeah, that's probably my favorite part about the school, because the community is just incredible, and all these students are so fun to be around. In the new groups I've gotten to hang out with, whether it was through our Bible studies or hang out with friends through sports and theater, and just yeah, the students and having fun, and those dances always at JSB and prom and CB are always the best.
Well, Natalie, you said it takes a village. That was kind of your emphasis, right? That it's not just your mom, who I know really well, and your dad. It takes the entire Eagle community to raise you students up.
Yes. It's great. I have built a lot of good relationships with people like teachers and coaches and just teammates, and I I love everyone, and I just love the relationships that we have, and yeah, it just really means a lot to me, the relationships that I've built throughout these 4 years.
Well, and Caleb, you're involved in a lot of different things. I know you as a baseball player and in theater. Let our listeners know all the things that you've been doing at your 4 years here at high school and some of the meaningful memories you have from those.
Yeah, my freshman year I played baseball and football. I did that my sophomore year too, and then I started doing the musical and theater stuff in the winter of freshman year and then in the fall of my sophomore year. And yeah, my favorite memories probably come from this past summer with the baseball team because we got some different coaching staff and we got to bond really as a crew and as a team. It really became a family over the summer. We went to the beach. We pulled an all-nighter in the field house. Our coach got probably a half an hour of sleep. But yeah, doing that stuff with the team and people I just absolutely love makes it all the better.
Well, Natalie, I know you best for what you're doing in the summer, slugging softballs, and obviously in the fall with volleyball. Let our listeners know about the activities you've been involved in, including those and some of your favorite memories so far.
Yeah, I mean, definitely the relationships, like I said before, is probably one of the most important things that I value, and really just having fun on the court and on the softball field, and just some of the pregame stuff that we did, like tag, and sometimes we have like a dance-off or, just sing away at some songs. It's a party. I love it.
Well, and that state tournament one was pretty fun too, right?
Yes, of course.
Well, and obviously you still have some time left here, including homecoming tonight. Caleb, what are you looking forward to most about now, between now and the end of baseball season? A lot still left for you to accomplish.
Yeah, probably for right now and before baseball season comes, I'm looking forward to JSB a lot. That is so much fun. I had a blast last year with everyone, just the dance especially too. And then for baseball season, I'm looking forward to that with a new team. We only graduated one person last year, so I think we'll be pretty good this year. I think we get a good shot of going to state and just having a ton of fun.
And speech too. I think you're involved this weekend. I know this will air Monday, but I'm sure that's been a fun experience for you too.
Yeah, we have state on Saturday, which it'll be past that, and then we'll have all state, depending on if we make it or not. But I think our one act crew has a good shot of going there too.
And I imagine, Natalie, a lot of fun to be coming up this summer. What are you looking forward to most about getting back on the softball diamond with this team? Obviously, with your mom for another season, and what are you looking forward to most?
I'm just ready for warmth and really just to be outside again without being super cold, and yeah, just having fun on the field with friends, and of course alongside my mom is always a highlight.
Awesome. Caleb Belzer, Natalie Harrell, congratulations.
Thank you.
We're waving hello to you on the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel. So thank you for your time, and thank you for joining us here as they were just honoring the alumni who are joining us here on Pella Christian High School's YouTube channel. This is the Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show. Let's go ahead and run down your first half stats presented by Pella Fiber. Faith Kakmarinsky, 6 points, 5 each for Carly Anderson and Jocelyn Terpstra. Low-scoring game win, so it makes the math pretty easy here. Roush 8, nearing 4, and Cunningham with 2. Turnovers, I have 15 to 8 in favor of Pella Christian, 15 for Newton. And then rebound numbers, what do you have?
Rebound, Newton's got 17 total. Pella Christian only got 12. So Pella Christian not doing a very good job on the board. 5 offensive rebounds. We talked about that. They've got to do a better job of making sure they're one and done. And the other thing I got is shooting percentage. Neither team can be very happy. Both teams have made 6 baskets. Newton 6 for 28. Pella Christian 6 for 23. That's not very good shooting percentage for either team.
Those are your first half stats delivered by Pella Fiber. Over 35 miles of fiber in the ground as we speak, and 1,000 customers, including yours truly, connected to gigabit internet speed. But it's neighbors, not numbers, that makes Pella Fiber what it is. Learn more at PellaFiber.com. Let's jump into our second half adjustments presented by DeYoung Door Service, where
the gurus of garage doors, DeYoung Door Service in Pella.
Eagles felt like when they were on the cusp of pulling it away and had an opportunity win, I think up at 1.9-3 to start the second quarter. Newton goes on a 4-0 run. Eagles match it. They kind of have been playing this yo-yo game. They've got to find a way, and I know it's easier said than done, but consistent offense. If they're going to win this game, it's got to be more than 30 points for sure on the final score.
Yeah,
they got to get to 35 in my guess.
Yeah, 35 or 40 would be great. I'm sure if they can get to 40, I think they got a pretty good chance that they're going to win
with
this game.
With the defense they've been playing.
But like you said, they've got to get somebody else to score. Right now, it's Jocelyn, Carly, and Faith. That's it. They've got to get Claire, Chloe, Anna. Somebody's got to step up and hit some shots, and be aggressive, drive the basket. we've seen that that's there. They've had a couple of times when they've been able to do that. They just haven't figured out how to finish that and draw that contact. If you're not going to make the shot, that's great, but at least draw that contact, get to the free throw line, so you got a chance to make some points that way.
Your second half adjustments are presented by the gurus of garage doors at DeYoung Door Service in Pella. This will wrap up our Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show. For tires for an in-work, there no appointment oil change and full mechanical work on your vehicle. Stop and see Sean Ward and his crew next to Walmart in Pella at... We're going to step aside for a quick timeout and have the second half of action inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. Eagles 16, Newton 14 on KNIA, KRLS.com, and the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel.
At Brexford's, we're here to make your house your home. What you put inside your house can help make the difference between whether you enjoy spending time there or not. We'll help you turn your house into a functional, warm, welcoming, lived-in home. Stop in and visit with any member of our team about appliances, furniture, bedding, floor covering, window treatments, and accessories to make your house your home at Bruxford's Home Center, 405 Truman Road in Pella.
We're in the home stretch of construction of the new Laley Park in Pella. If you've driven by exit 44 on Highway 163, you've seen the building taking shape over the past year, and we're almost ready to move in. Final work is being completed inside with a move-in plan for the second half of March. Once spring hits, we'll move forward with more landscape development, and the Laley Park will really begin to take shape. Check out our website for exciting new job opportunities and be listening for details for our open house planned on June 2nd and 3rd at Laley Park here in Pella.
Live inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth, do have a couple of Strauver Cellular instant radio updates. Our first final of the night, Roland Story 62, PCM 34 in girls action. Let me put that one down. I'm not expecting to write a final this early in our relative world, but of course everyone else started
that may
away.
have went running clock on them,
Yeah, Indianola 38, Oski 30, end of 3. That one's closer than I thought it would be, much closer than I thought it would be. DCG pulling away over Pella 33-22, end of 3. A couple of Strauver Cellular instant radio updates. Also on our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard, Grinnell 32, Norwalk 28 at the half. That's your Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Our score here, 16-14 Eagles. Pella Christian will work left to right and win. This is the opportunity that the Eagles have wanted since early in December, the chance to win here at home.
Yeah, and you know that again, they had this team on the ropes going into the fourth quarter at Newton and ended up losing it. So now, second half, they've got to figure out a way to continue, and you can't do that.
Starting the festivities off here with a turnover.
But anyway, they got to figure out a way to finish the game, and they had the right idea there, but Claire throws it right into the defense's hands.
Starting 5 for both teams, Van Manen, Terpstra, Kakmarinsky, Anderson, Vandermolen for the Eagles, Roush, Nearing, Reynolds, Rogers, Butler. Here's a steal, the 5th of the game for Jocelyn Terpstra, and she's at the foul line for 2.
She was going to get that foul. She didn't care if she made the layup or not. She was going to get that foul.
It's almost like she somewhat intentionally backed into.
She could have had a left-handed layup. She backed over to the right-hand side and backed into the defender to force her to go over her back.
And no one in the Little Hawkeye Conference has been at the foul line more than Jocelyn Terpstra this winter. But unfortunately, 0 for 3, and she's missed all 3 different ways. First one was long, second one was way short. This one was off the left side of the rim. Let's hope the pattern doesn't continue and just get center of the net.
First game of the year, she had 11 in a row, if I remember right. There she goes.
She's up to 6 to tie Kakmarinsky with the team lead. Eagles up by 3. 7:35 remaining here in the third. A Pella Hy-Vee game reset. Pella Christian 17, Newton 14. And another turnover. Newton 2 steals. 2 possessions so far. Here's Kak starting the first quarter. Terpstra 3 on line. It's in. Jocelyn Terpstra gives the Eagles their largest lead of the night, tying it again at 6, 20-14.
Yeah, nobody came out to guard her, and if they're not going to guard you got to shoot.
Now the Eagles defense looking for steal number 3, and they'll at least force the arrow switch. So the arrow now favoring the Eagles. 20-14 PC, 7:03 remaining here in the third. Here's Nearing, left side now on the baseline, and an answer for Butler. Good ball movement for the Cardinals.
Yeah, good ball movement, and Carly didn't react soon enough to get out here to the weak side.
And here comes that 3/4 court pressure. gave the Eagles all kinds of fits in that second quarter. And Jenna Van Manen will get it over the timeline. Here's Terpstra. Was forced near the bucket and throws it away.
Well, she dribbled into all kinds of traffic, had nowhere to go with the ball.
And it's stolen right back here by the Pella Christians' Carly Anderson. Well, not
Maybe.
quite on this pace, and I know we've had a couple of Eagles games recently where the turnover number was approaching the score on the board, and we're not quite there tonight.
Well, we're pretty close for Newton.
Yes. We're over 19-16 is what I have. So they've got 19 turnovers and 16 points.
Move the ball, look up the court. We're going to get called.
Yep, traveled.
Oh, traveled instead. Traveled before they got the 10-second call.
Either way.
Got to keep that ball moving. You got to know when you catch it, am I going to dribble or am I going to pass? And they just don't have an idea what they're going to do with it.
Well, and Chloe Heisman in for Van Manen. 6:19 remaining here in the third. We have another Strawberry Cellular Instant Radio update. A boys final, Iowa Valley 75, Twin Cedars 41. Class 1A basketball. 6:12 remaining here in the third in Little Hawkeye Conference basketball between 4A Newton and 2A Pella Christian. Here's Jocelyn Terpstra. She's got 6 steals. Can she get to double figures on the board? No, but she will get her own rebound. After missing the layup, down low to Faith Cack, through her fingers and stolen. It's
just too high a pass. Right idea, but the pass wasn't executed.
And the story, unfortunately, of the Eagles season at 2-16, Newton at 3-14. Pella Christian hasn't won since the year 2021, and unfortunately, it's been feeling that long. It's been, I think 7 weeks now since the Eagles have had a win. And add winter break, and it's been much longer. Terpstra, top of the circle, no shot and a travel.
Wow.
Heisman hit it, and she slid her foot.
Well, and so many girls do that little bounce before they take the shot, and a lot of refs don't call it. This set of refs are calling it correctly, but you get so used to doing it that you do it subconsciously, and they got the call there.
5:15 remaining. That would have been huge. A 3-possession game for PC, but instead a 2-possession lead, and still perilous here in Cardinal land. Baseline jumper is an air ball, and it's effectively a pass to Rogers, but it is a rebound and then a turnover.
Wow. Unforced, yeah.
20 turnovers for Newton, in case you missed it. Presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic Capella.
They're the veterinarians.
Well, not for a lack of gifts that the Eagles have received here from Newton. The Eagles have a 4-point lead. Bullet pass, cross court to Vandermolen. Kick out to Kakmarinsky. She'll lean into a 3. She can't get it to go. Offensive rebound. Faith Cack trailing her own shot. Gets it in for 2.
Nice job of staying with the play. Followed it all the way to the basket. It hit hard off the iron, came back out to her.
Eagles back up by 6. 4:54 remaining. Eagles defense here can maybe use some crowd energy. That might be a little fun. We'll see how things shake out throughout. There's a shot that misses. And a rebound for Jocelyn Terpstra. She's up to 5 rebounds, 6 steals, and 9 points. She's on a triple-double pace. That would be fun.
Yeah.
Needs a few more rebounds and a few more steals.
Usually you look for assists, but she's going to get it on the steals, I think.
And Faith Cack's at the line for 2.
Nice job of feeding into the interior.
Baseline, sorry.
Oh, they're not going to give her the shot. But anyway, she made a nice move there under the basket. They got her the ball nicely, drew the contact.
22-16 Eagles have a chance to get their first 3-possession lead of the game. And nearly 5 seconds, and Anderson nearly stepped on the baseline to get the possession going. But the Eagles have it, up by 6. Faith Cack, dribble drive, lost it, but she was bumped into, and
fouls rocking up
Emma
here pretty
Rogers
fast.
has not been particularly excited. Back-to-back fouls for her. It's her 4th. Couple of subs in, Warminger and Manning. I would argue, though, that Newton's had more success with their backups on the floor in terms of their offense. So it may not be all harm here for the Cardinals. Anderson in the corner. Here's Vandermolen. Tips it out and has it knocked out of bounds into the front row.
Oh, no, they tipped it. Yeah, they're gonna change it.
No, they're not.
Oh, they're not. Wow. It was clearly tipped by the Newton player. Wow.
Turnover PC, I guess.
Well, but when Claire caught that ball, she was in a good position to shoot, but she had her back to the basket. You got to turn and shoot that ball. There's nobody there. There's a turnover.
Another turnover. A lot of giving and taking here. In a short amount of time. We're only halfway through the quarter, and we've got 12 combined turnovers here in the third. I don't think the Eagles mind as long as they can keep that number even. Here's Evelyn. Anderson. Out to Kat. Faith Kakmarinsky. Right-hand bounce pass to Heisman. Heisman had a 3 taken off the board by a travel call. Evelyn back out to Kak. Kak bounce pass. Heisman, she'll try again. In and out, no good.
Boy, that was close.
And then a foul on Anderson on the rebound. Unnecessary foul as Nearing clearly had it.
That was a good-looking shot.
I mean, when we're
all but in, it just
if you
wouldn't
counted percentages of the ball going half in and out, Eagles probably have another 2 or 3 buckets on the board. But
yeah, and it's not like she didn't have enough arc on that shot. It was a nice-looking shot. It just did not want to fall through.
Now Newton ball. 3:22 remaining. Double team trap nearly forces a turnover. It stays with the Cardinals. Here's Jaslyn Cooper in a travel.
Aggressive defense, just get a hand in their face, and a Newton player panics and moves her feet, making the ball fakes.
Boy, it'd be nice if the Eagles get another bucket or 2 before the quarter.
Yeah, well, just not turn the ball over would be huge.
Here's Evelyn. Left side to Carly Anderson. Anderson near the top of the circle.
Give it
Flips
to her. Yeah, there you go.
Down low, Evelyn. Evelyn, right-handed move. The hook shot is in for Anna Evelyn.
You've got to reward her when she works that hard. She got herself posted up. They did get her the ball, and she made them pay.
Largest lead for the Eagles at 8. They've never trailed in this game. And the putback isn't good. And the rebound is to Newton. It'll end up being Wermiger who gets it, and then they finish for 2. It was a hustle play by Heisman out of bounds that knocked it into the waiting arms of a Newton player. And now here comes PC. It's up by 6. Boy, it's been a weird game of bounces here, Win.
But that was, what was nice about that whole play was they broke that press nicely without dribbling the ball. They just passed it up. They just didn't make them pay.
By the way, was on her tippy toes there at the half-court line. I think she was afraid of her heel stepping on that back line to turn it over. 2 minutes remaining here in the third. Cross-court pass to Anderson from Terpstra. Back over to Carly. Carly, left side, and she's fouled. 5 fouls for Newton to just 1 for Pella Christian. In case you missed it, presented by the Veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. Eagles have not trailed in this game, just led by 8.
They're the veterinary.
Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella. We'll have a look at our fan of the game in a moment. We do have a Stravers Cellular Instant Radio update. Indianola pulls away 58-34 over Oskaloosa. Big fourth quarter from the Indians. Left side, Kak, open 3 on the way. Back iron clangs out, no. And Cunningham the rebound. And so we go. On their side of the floor, Newton, loose ball on the floor underneath the hoop. Scooped up by Pella Christian. 8 Newton turnovers in the quarter. Kak, her 3rd steal. 1:24 remaining here in the third. Kakmarinsky at the volleyball line, hands it off to Heisman there. Terpstra, a screen from Evelyn. Thought about a shot, said scoops it up, back over to Anderson. Down low, Evelyn. Evelyn turns on her pivot, back out to Terpstra, top of the circle. Between the rings to Kak, hands it off to Heisman. Heisman back over to Terpstra. Terpstra puts up a long-range 3, no good. It was online, but the rebound goes out of bounds to Newton. An ill-fated shot there for Jocelyn Terpstra.
Well, she's taken a couple of really long threes. She's hit a couple threes, but those were kind of just
normal.
Yeah, normal 3-point depth. That one, those were outside the NBA line even, and they weren't even close.
50 seconds and a 6-point Eagles lead, and another steal.
Yeah.
9th turnover.
Yeah. Faith had perfect position that time inside there. They reached over the back trying to keep her from getting that pass stolen away.
6 fouls. Eagles are in the single bonus. Nearly throw it away at the half-court line. Evelyn flashing to an open Terpstra. Terpstra traveled, didn't call it. And then it's out of bounds off of Heisman.
Yeah, and Newton tipped it. Chloe's got to recognize that and just let it go. Instead, she lets it get a hand on it, and it goes out of bounds.
This broadcast on the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel, by the way, is brought to you by Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy. As we're here in the third quarter, Newton ball, and another steal for Cax. She's up to 5. 10 turnovers. Terpstra dribbles it all the way to the post, and then she'll throw a wild pass near half court. Anderson.
That's over and back.
Can't go. It should be over and back, but it doesn't matter.
Wow. Just not under control, and you know they just throw some of the wildest passes, and nobody gets the ball.
14 seconds. Newton can close the gap here. Win.
Nope.
A moving
Offensive
screen.
foul. Wow. I haven't got enough room for turnovers.
My word. 26 for Newton. For those of you scoring at home, 18 for Pella Christian. I mentioned that joke a little bit ago about the pace of the game. We are out turnovering our score. And we're going to again. Boy. 2 seconds remaining. The stress here is that if Pella Christian plays a tick better, they're winning this game by 15 to 20.
Yeah. Or more.
Or more.
Yeah.
But
that's been the case all year. It's the offense.
I know. I'm not.
You know, the defense has been there even against some really good teams. The offense just doesn't seem to have it. And even tonight here, they've really made some bad mistakes when they've had opportunities.
No shot at the end of the half. Or end of the quarter, I should say. Eagles will take a 6-point lead into the fourth quarter. Can PC hang on for their 3rd win of the year and 1st in the conference? We'll find out. Final 8 minutes when we come back.
At Pella Motors, we won't be beat on price, period. So if you're looking for a great deal on a brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram, and saving big money makes you happy, Pella Motors will not be beat on price, period.
There's a place in downtown Pella that takes you right into the heart of Amsterdam. A beautiful brick walk featuring a winding canal, a working drawbridge, and Dutch architecture providing a classic old-world atmosphere. Welcome to the Molengraat. The Molengraat is home to some of Pella's finest lodging at the Amsterdam Hotel, dining with Liberty Street Kitchen and Oriental Express, Beautiful You Salon, Pella Nail Salon, the Pella Window and Door Showroom, and many service businesses. You can even take in a movie at Pella Cinemas. Good luck to our local sports teams from the Molengraat in Pella.
43 combined turnovers, in case you missed it. 43 combined turnovers. That was me talking to myself inside of our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. Thought you were jumping in on me like you were surprised at 43. You're not surprised.
Hey, I've been hearing that all season long.
Our score is 24-18 Eagles, but this is the most important stat. Eagles have a 6-point lead. Got to hang on here.
Yeah, and we had the same situation to Newton. You've got to continue to score. Again, 40 would not be out of the question. If they can have a good 12, 14-point quarter here, that would be great.
Eagles will start with the ball, most importantly. And a whistle.
Bad call. Bad call.
3 seconds.
She's got the ball. She's not getting a count anymore, but that official said we're going to go the other way.
Make it 44. So it goes here as Pella Christian trying to hang on and get their first conference win of the year. Down low, no good.
Nice rebound, though, by Anna.
Yeah, Evelyn had to hang on in the midst of a sea of arms. And now, Kakmarinsky. Both teams have all 4 timeouts, which, considering the amount of times both teams have been trapped in their own side, I'm surprised we haven't seen more vision for less timeouts called. But
well, they've each called 1, obviously, because of trying to make some defensive adjustments, I think.
I think both came in the first quarter.
Yeah, first quarter, yeah.
So it's been a while since we had a vision for less timeout. I imagine we'll have a few more here in the quarter.
But, you know, neither team, Pella Christian's ahead, but they really haven't made a run that you would need to call a timeout to stop the momentum for.
The last time, by the way, when the Eagles won, I have it in front of me now, I was 30 years old. December 6th, 2021 versus PCM. And they have not won in the conference since last year. And we have a held ball and a turnover PC. Eagles went down to their knees there, Win, and got stuck again right in between the 3-point line and the lane.
Got to keep that ball moving. Got to know where the other players are going to move to and get them the ball.
So we continue our saga here.
Oh, good.
A foul on the floor.
Yeah, maybe a good foul there by Anna to get that foul before she makes a move, because she was going to get a layup.
The last time Pella Christian has won in the Little Hawkeye Conference was January 15th, 2021 against Pella.
Yeah, I remember that game.
That was a crazy one that was here in this gym. But here we are. It was a 48-43 win at home versus the Dutch. 28-18 our score. Newton to cut the lead in half, hits it well short, and Faith Cack will come up with the tough rebound. 5 rebounds, 8 points, and 4 steals, 5 steals for her. Eagles nearly turn it over again.
Yeah, Faith was in a double team. They tipped it away from her. She's trying to pass the ball out to Carly.
And a whistle and a vision for less timeout. Coach Ingbers. We're going to keep it right here and tell you about our fan of the game presented by Delivery.com. As Jill Jansen has won. Of course, Delivery.com, we were getting notifications because Mrs. Schneider is with my in-laws tonight in Aden, and they got 200 Dutch Bowl and Grill.
I can't believe they weren't bringing it here.
I know. The notification said the food was coming to me. Hot food from a great Pella restaurant. So many of our local restaurants are a part of this, so game night is the perfect night for Delivery.com. Make sure you sign up and get your next order in to see if you can win $10, just like Jill did. Our Delivery.com fan of the game. Andrew Schneider, Win Veenstra inside of a Vision for Less timeout at Vision for Less, where they're helping people see better. If you're having trouble seeing, visit visionforless.com. 24-18 our score here. Also, a couple of Strauver Cellular, or a Strauver Cellular instant radio update. Number 1 DCG pulling away. 43-32 final over Pella. So the Dutch had 20 points at the half, score 12 in the final 2 quarters against arguably the best defense I think in the entire state.
Yeah, when they really want to get after it, you know, I think they called off the dogs a little bit against Pella Christian the other night, but because when they really want to get after it, they're tough to beat.
Also on our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard, another final, Indianola 58, Oski 34. We told you about that in the third quarter. Eagles trying to break through man-to-man press defense here. 6.5 minutes to play in the fourth. Still a lot of real estate here for both these teams. A whistle and a foul as Butler will bump into Faith Cack.
He's going to put Faith at the line, too.
Maybe that'll be the saving grace here. PC is 3 of 6 from the line. Newton has not been to the foul line. 1-and-1 coming for Faith Cack-Marinsky. Faith on the season is 58% from the free throw line, right along with the team average this season. And she'll pour in the first pure.
Nothing but net. That's what you like to see.
Well, that's huge when we're now to a 3-possession game. Yeah. In a game with 45 combined turnovers, that could be a huge difference.
Well, they've had 18 points through 3 quarters, so you would like to think that they're not going to get any.
Oh, offensive rebound, Evelyn. Huge opportunity now for PC. And then Terpster's at the line, and she hits the deck hard.
Yeah, Anna's played pretty well in this game, and you know, if she just stays within herself, stays about block distance from the basket, doesn't put the ball on the floor, she can be a force in there.
Jocelyn missed her first 3, made her last one nothing but net. See what trend continues here. First foul on Nearing. 9 fouls for Newton. Perfect for Terpstra. She's into double figures.
Well, now she's made 2 in a row, so that's a better run.
Well, this will make it a 9-point game for PC, which is ridiculous as that sounds when
could be a big lead.
Could be enough. Certainly in the short term it is. 11 points for Jocelyn Terpstra. 27-18, Eagles their largest lead at 9. They have not trailed against the Cardinals in this game, and a bump foul, a bailout foul called on PC.
Yeah, and she traveled first. She definitely moved her pivot foot before she dribbled the ball, but they didn't call it. 3 fouls on Anna, so now Anna's going to have to take a seat. Claire's going to come back in.
Inbounds is in. Newton gets the lid off the basket with Nearing. She has 6. Still a 7-point Eagles lead.
Yeah, but only 2 points there in 2 minutes, so that's not too bad.
Terpstra is going to out-dribble Roush down the floor and kick it out from the lane. Top of the key, Cack. And now Terpstra, right wing. In rhythm 3 is short, was online. Hustle rebound again. This time Cack will come up with it. And then a whistle and a foul as Carly Anderson saves it from going out of bounds.
Puts Faith at the line again. So the last of the 1-and-1. No, this might be a 2.
Yeah, we're up to 2 now.
Nope.
Nope.
No, yeah, they just changed it, so it is 2.
And Faith will make the first.
Didn't matter. She made it anyway.
Well, we haven't had a ton of highlights for the radio sports page win in terms of memorable shots, but you know what? I don't think Coach Ingber cares. He wants to win.
You know, really, like I said, they've made a nice steady run. They haven't had any big scoring
Faith is
runs.
double figures, by the way. 10 points for her. Joss and Faith are doing the heavy lifting here for the Eagles. 5.5 to play in the fourth. Right side, Rogers. Rogers dribbles inside the ring. Gets stuck there. Finds an opening in Roush. Roush triggers a long 3. A whistle and a foul. Count it. And 1 on a 3-point shot.
No, the foul's away from the shot.
Oh, it was on. Okay, not and 1, but and 1 possession.
Yep, they're going to get the ball back.
Oh, that's not exciting for PC.
But again, they're really late getting across on that weak side. They've got to get a hand in the face there sooner.
28-23, and then a whistle and a foul call on Anderson. She had a big eye roll. That's her 4th.
Yeah, no free throws yet, though, so I didn't quite.
I think she wanted the tip and steal and thought she got the ball cleanly.
Looked pretty good from our angle, but we're not down there on the floor with a whistle.
Well, this is the window for Newton, right? They hit a shot here. It's a 1-possession game. Eagles need a stop. As weird as it sounds, they were up by 9 just a flash of a second ago.
And Newton wasn't doing anything.
Baseline jumper, no good. Faith Cat gets fouled on the rebound. It's not called. And it will stay PC ball. 7 rebounds for Faith.
Well, that wasn't a foul. That was just, they tipped it away.
Yeah. On a triple team. Heisman gets it started. Eagles got to move. 4:53 remaining, up by 5. Trying to avoid letting this one slip through their fingertips. Kakmarinsky trying to hand it off to Anderson. Ends up being a loose ball on the floor and a tie-up. No, they're going to grant the timeout PC.
Well,
I thought that was a jump ball. And it's a 30-second vision for less timeout. 28-23 Eagles. That was nearly a huge swing there, Win. Back-to-back buckets here for Newton. And boy, if Newton makes a shot there, I think it changes momentum.
Well,
Eagles need something here.
Gets it down to 1 possession. And again, after Pella Christian had the game at Newton in hand and end up losing it in the last quarter, you start hearing those ghosts from the games past. And now they need to take care of the ball, not turn it over, and get a basket here, get that lead back up to 8.
Again, we don't want to overemphasize the point, but it has been over a year since Pella Christian's had a conference win. January 15th of 2021 and December 6th of 2021. Again, I was 30 years old last time the Eagles girls won, and hoping for a late birthday present now. PC up by 5, 4:42 remaining here in the fourth, and a homecoming gift for this alumni-filled crowd. Jocelyn Terpstra hands it off to Heisman. Heisman thought about Cack. She was well covered. Out to Jocelyn. Terpstra trying to force the foul, I think, here, and not getting the call. Anderson, right side, Evelyn. Excuse me, that's Vanderwall back in the game, and then it's tipped away and stolen. Sophia Reynolds comes up with it in transition. Shot doesn't go, and the putback doesn't go. And now we've got bodies hitting the floor.
Going to call a jump. Pella Christian's going to get it back. But, man, that was not a good series of possessions. It should have been a charge call. Jocelyn had great position. They didn't call it. Pella Christian was able to finally get a hand on that second missed shot and get the jump ball call.
Shriver Cellular Instant Radio Update. Grinnell 60, Norwalk 43. That's a final. Eagles have the ball. Arrow favors Newton, then a bump foul called on Reynolds. I think the Eagles are going to have to win it at the foul line at this point, the way this game's going.
Yeah, and they got to start making some.
They are 4.
Good shot.
5, 6, 7, 8. Now 9 of 15.
Puts it back to 6-point lead, and one more here makes it a 3-possession lead. There
That's
it is.
A big one. That's a huge one with halfway through the fourth quarter. Pella Hy-Vee game reset. Terpstra has 13 points. Again, the leading free throw shooter in the conference, both in makes and attempts. Pass opportunity there for the Eagles to maybe steal it. Newton nearly lost it, but they have it on their elbow. Bounce pass down low, and they'll throw it away.
Big break for Pella Christian there. Just the first turnover is what I have for the fourth quarter. So Newton's done a much better job in this fourth quarter, but that was a big one for them.
Well, especially if Pella Christian can go down and score again and make it at least a 9-point game, that would be great. 3 makes it 10, but I don't think at this point they're hucking up threes. At least I'm hoping not. Left side, Anderson. Anderson draws the whistle, and she's at the foul line.
Now
Rogers is fouled out of the game.
Now it's Carly's turn to start hitting some shots here from the free throw line.
So Rogers is out. And coming in is Katie Horn. No, sorry, that's Marissa Cunningham. Newton, by the way, is shooting free throws in the 1-and-1 as well. The road ahead is presented by PellaMotors.com, and the road ahead for the Eagles girls will take us to Oskaloosa. Anderson makes the first. She's 3 of 3 from the line. And a vision for less timeout. And yeah, Tuesday at Oskaloosa, Thursday here at home versus Pella, and then the postseason brackets came out. It's a road trip for you and Trevor to Pekin on February the 12th.
I'm not sure who was with me when we went to Pekin the last time, but
it might have been Trevor.
Yeah, it was quite a while ago when we were, again, not supposed to win that game in
Well, I
Collaborative.
remember Pella Christian played Pekin at Sigourney a couple years back too.
Yeah, but this was, we played in Pekin.
At Pekin?
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't think it was me.
I think it was the year that we ended up going to the state tournament and finished second in the state. And
Okay. Would have been pre-Trevor and
we
me
were
then.
on the road that whole time because, again, our record wasn't great, but, look at who we were playing.
Yep.
And just absolutely destroyed them.
The road ahead presented by PellaMotors.com, where you'll drive away happy. That's the Pella Motors guarantee. We've got music going. And a vision for last timeout. Anderson will miss it.
Yeah, she wasn't happy about the fact that music kept playing.
Well,
kind of threw her off.
Fred's got to be quicker.
Well, he's got to pay attention.
Nice. He was also talking during the end of another one that got the officials' ire. But hey, Fred does a great job. Just sometimes it's
there we go.
Easier said than done. A tip win a steal. That is the 8th steal I have Terpstra down for tonight. Nearly stolen by Newton. Cack back out Terpstra. 8-point lead, 3:16 remaining. Jocelyn Terpstra trying to put the nail in the coffin. No. Offensive rebound. Kakmarinski had it blocked. And then the rebound by Newton.
A lot happened there. Now, surely they're going to call that a charge.
No.
Claire's got to learn to fall down there because she got hit square and just backed up instead of falling to the ground.
That's why the last one wasn't called either.
Yeah, they give ground instead of keeping their feet planted. 2 shots here, I think, or one?
Third foul on Terpstra. Should be 2 shots.
Well, they called it a 1-on-1.
Okay.
Wow. And she missed, so we'll take it.
Anderson picks up her dribble out to Vandermolen. Vandermolen up ahead to Kakmarinski. She's got to watch out for the trailers coming in. She does. 2:47 remaining here in the fourth. 31-23. Eagles up by 8. And then contact. That ball was tipped over the half-court line.
Yeah.
Terpstra resets. Jocelyn picks up her dribble in an awkward spot just inside the arc. Eagles will survive, though, and at this point, the clock ticking is the Eagles' best friend.
Yeah, and Jocelyn was so wide open under the basket and they didn't see her.
Here's Anderson, scoops up her dribble, nearly travels with it. Almost lost the handoff. Now a double team trap on Kakmarinski and a vision for, nearly a timeout. Coach Ingber's got it to take it.
Yeah.
Eagles keep it going.
Coach, tell him to go. This hanging on the ball thing is not going to help you. There we go.
Jocelyn will go and she'll get fouled. She's so quick down there that no one from Newton's fast enough to respond.
But it just, when you have trouble handling the basketball anyway, trying to hold on to it is just taking any chance of having any kind of rhythm away, and keep attacking.
Jocelyn 5 of 8 from the line, 13 points. She'll make the first. And 6th in a row now made by Jocelyn Terpstra. This is for a 4-possession game.
And she does it.
And she does it. And Wynn, I don't want to call anything related to the word dagger with how things have been going, but that is a very, very comfortable margin now for Coach Ingber's and company.
Yeah,
2 minutes remaining.
I think the defense is playing solid enough. They can just let them go ahead and pass it around out there. Don't get too carried away and take your chances when you get an opportunity to steal the ball.
At this point, everything needs to go near perfect here for Newton.
And there's a three.
Start.
Yep.
For Butler for 3. Still a long mountain to climb. Eagles need to figure out how to burn some clock, Win, and try to get at least a point up on the board at the foul line. And a vision for last timeout. That's a full one. Well, let's take a second to think about it. Inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. Happy homecoming, Eagles up 33-26. Eagles up 30.
You told us you wanted more data for your money. We listened. US Cellular Prepaid is giving you more data, a lot more. Now you can get 15 gigabytes of data for just $40 with US Cellular Prepaid, with 5G included at no extra charge. Switch today and get more data for your money. US Cellular Prepaid. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
At US Cellular, we value our customers and our community. Accelerate your wireless experience at Strawver Cellular, an authorized agent for US Cellular, located at 826 Main Street in downtown Pella.
Did you know that Pella has its very own decorated apparel company? Windmill Print and Stitch offers on-site professional graphic design, friendly trained sales and customer service staff, and production staff that is highly skilled and trained to give you the best looking apparel in the industry. Whether you're looking for custom-made t-shirts for your family reunion or new polos or hats for your business, no job is too big or too small. Windmill Print and Stitch is a proud partner of BSN Sports, printing many of your local uniforms and fan gear right here in Pella.
Back inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. Eagles down to 2 timeouts, have a 7-point lead. Just over 90 seconds now remaining. Faith Cack nearly dribbles it out of bounds as it was knocked out by Roush at the last second.
Yeah, she had her pinned too, and the 10-second call was getting close, so Pella Christian got bailed out there.
Well, they got a fresh 10 seconds on the clock. Terpstra will dribble right through it. Using that arm, you got to be careful with that. Because if you have that arm too far out, that's a foul. I'm surprised they haven't called a few whistles on that.
And that's a situation. The girls have got to learn to dribble without that so that they
4 fouls on Reynolds.
Making an aggressive move to the basket.
Terpstra has hit 7 free throws in a row. Eagles have a 7-point lead with 86 seconds until the final horn. Jocelyn Pure.
Well, those first 3 misses weren't very nice, but after that, she's been right on the money.
She's at 16 points. She's earned most of it at the line. Is not unusual. Jocelyn Terpstra, ice water in her veins tonight. 17 points. 9-point Eagles lead. Newton has to have a perfect final minute plus here. Another contested 3 on the way, no good. And offensive rebound. Newton steps on the line. Team rebound goes to PC. Win, they're feeling it.
Yeah, now time is going to get away from Newton here. I just haven't seen enough out of them that they'll be able to score this many points if Pella Christian doesn't just throw it to them in the backcourt.
Eagles have 2 timeouts to play with. Anderson was, I think Newton wanted the foul, didn't get it. And Terpstra loses it near the half-court line. Out to Faith Cack. Minute left. And a whistle and a foul. Faith Cack at the line, and one more free throw. If she can make 1 of 2 here, Win, it's over.
Yeah, just keep knocking them down, and that's all Newton can do at this point is foul.
So it would be a 4-possession game at that point. And Faith doesn't get the first.
A little bit short.
Not that we don't feel like it's close to over anyway, but a 4-possession lead, just too much to overcome for Newton here, I think. And Cack continues going every other 11 points for Faith Cack-Marinsky. 36-26 Eagles, 10-point lead. Be a lot of ovation. I think there's gonna be a ton of smiles here on the floor. Win in just a minute. Shot misses. Terpstra the rebound.
And gonna go to the line. You would think that if she has the ball, you would try to let somebody else get it in their hands before you foul them.
Well, by the way, our Captain is on a Pella Radio post-game show. Terpstra has been absolute money at the line after missing her first 3 win. What, she's up to 10 in a row now?
Yep, this will be 11.
Yeah. And she hasn't hit the rim much at all.
No, they're nothing but net. And there she gets a steal.
Oh, nearly got her 9th steal of the game.
Tipped it away right down onto her foot and kicked it out of bounds. But it took some time off the clock, and that's what they need to do at this point.
So awesome here for the Eagles. There's a bumping foul with 28 seconds remaining.
Another 1-and-1 for Newton. Looked like it was just a kick away, but oh, Carly fouls out. Jenna comes in for her.
So 2 shots coming here for Newton.
No, 1-and-1.
1-and-1, yes. And then jump ball on the rebound.
Stays on Newton's end.
.26 seconds remaining. Cardinals have it down by 12. 38-26, Appella Hy-Vee game reset. Your Cabinets on Appella Radio postgame show, by the way, is where they expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations. Call Mike Blom, the cabinet guy at Cabinets on Appella. Win our Hormel Foods Radio key play and player of the game. The key play has been the foul line, and our key player, Jocelyn Terpstra. 17 points, 8 steals, 6 rebounds for Jocelyn tonight.
Yeah, Jocelyn's had a great game. Carly had her good game. Faith had a game that was probably one of her best of the year as well. But I also think Anna Evelyn, that's the best I've seen her play
Tip your video streamer?
In a varsity game this year. So she did some nice things too for the few minutes that she was in there.
Jenna Van Monen can't get the first to go. Faith, 11 points tonight, 5 steals. Jenna can't get on the board, and rebound goes to Newton.
Oh, blocked from behind though by Jenna.
Jenna gets the block, and then Faith loses the rebound. And here's Jocelyn Terpstra, the rebound with 4 seconds, and she'll have a chance to add to her total. Not sure why Newton fouled there.
You just don't understand it sometimes. So, and can she extend this free throw streak here?
11 made in a row. Make it 12.
I think that's, like I said, she had 11 in a row that first game of the season. I think that's the most in a row she's made after that.
She's up to 20 points. That's what I got her for. Make it 21. Well, the Pella Christian Eagles, in a season filled with frustration, will finally get their first Little Hawkeye Conference win. And a standing O for the Eagles girls. Joy and relief. And a happy homecoming here for PC.
Well, we said at the break if they could get to 40, the halftime break, if they could get to 40, they had a pretty good chance of winning it. They didn't need to get to 40, but they did, and won easily.
Eagles will pull away in the 4th quarter. Your final score, 40-26 over Newton. Our Cabinets on Appella Radio postgame show when we come back, and then homecoming festivities on KNIA KRLS.
Inspiration can come from anywhere. At Pella Regional Health Center, we are inspired by compassion.